It's 4:30 in the morning, and I was just sitting outside on my porch. There is somebody passed out on the property line, and my husband won't get out of the bed. I'm gonna take you guys. This is how close I'm getting. Do you hear that? I just heard him again. They're snoring. I'm getting out of here. It's the next day. It's 2:14 in the morning. Just walked outside for a minute, and the snoring was there. It's very light. He's over there. Come here. We're on our property. I don't over there. On the door. Now their property or our property? I don't see anybody over there. I see it over here. Oh, yeah. Don't chase them away. Listen. This isn't a game. I'm chasing them away or I'm going down. Okay. Just stop it for a second. He may have heard us. I'm fucking chasing him away or I'm going to bed. Watch out. He was over there. You can hear him. You hear that? To my bathroom to look from the upper window, and if there's somebody down there, I'm calling the cops. Did you hear something? You heard it? Yeah. That's the police leaving. They're going to wake up my next door neighbor. They said the person is sleeping right up against the wall. That's the police.
Did they need permission to check it out?
No, they already called Tanner.
But did he answer?
I have no idea. I have no idea. Oh God, they have their guns out. The other hand, one hand is the flashlight, the other hand is the gun. They're over at the back wall now.
You sure it is?
Yeah, okay, Tanner's out there.
Yeah.
I just texted Tanner.
Saying what?
Been somebody in your backyard for 2 days? They heard it in that back corner. Look, they're all congregating over there. I get asked all the time if Puff and Mina are going to have babies. And I know it's kind of up to them. Well, there is an outside chance that Mina is male. And if Mina is male, I cannot keep her because two male bearded dragons will eventually fight. There's a good chance that she's female. I'm pretty sure she's female. She was a little older than the age where you can really easily tell. They sort of, when they're first born, you can tell because their skin is very thin. But then the skin thickens up and the body thickens up and you really can't see inside of them anymore. It's not translucent. So that's at the point where we got Mina. She was a little bit too big for us to be able to tell. From what we see, she looks female. Is she going to be female? I don't know. If she is male, she's got to go live with my daughter. There is no choice. So she will have a forever home within my family. That's for certain. Will she be Puff's mate? That's still up to grabs. If it becomes a point where they are getting along really good and they don't fight, because Puff's a really chill dragon, and if they don't fight and he is male and we can pretty much keep them together, then I will, and no, there won't be any babies. Bearded dragons can live for like 10 years, and I'm not sure if I'm going to want babies for the next 20 years of my life. But my kids might, so you never know. Also, incubating them in the desert, the eggs need a lot of humidity. That could be a problem too. There's a lot of factors, but there will be, if she turns out to be a female, there will be a third bearded dragon in my life. We will get another female, and we will have a group of 2 females and a male. Yesterday, my daughter comes into my craft room, and she starts collecting up pens and paper and some cartoon books, and I'm like, what are you doing? Because I always am nosy into what she's creating. Apparently she said, well, I'm gonna do Inktober. I'm like, oh, what's that? I was like, I've never heard of that. So apparently Inktober was started, I think, back in 2015. That was as far back as I can really find. It was started by a Jake Parker, an ink artist. So this is the rules. You do 1 picture a day. Now, it could be anything you want, although he gives you official prompts. Like, it should have to do with these things, but what I was reading on the internet is everybody's doing their own prompts. So I'm putting up the official prompts, and then I'm going to put up my prompt list. And every day you do a drawing. And it's just for fun. And then you can color it. It could be a doodle. It could be anything, but you have to use some sort of pen and ink. So when you're done each day, what you're supposed to do is put a hashtag on it and upload it. Twitter is taking part in this, and so is Instagram. So if you hashtag Inktober 2019, you'll see what everybody's done, and there's some really spectacular pictures up there. For me, I'm doing things the quick way. I'm going to do little cartoons every day. I'm not going to post my cartoons until I'm thinking maybe the middle of the month and then the end of the month. Or I may end up just doing it on the end of the month. But I'm going to do this. And I know there's a lot of people who have just started with pen and ink. I know Melody is really into pen and ink. So if anybody wants to do a picture and hashtag it, I'll put it up on my channel. No problem. Just send it to my email address and we'll get you some views. It starts on October 1st and it runs all the way through October until the 31st. Some of the prompt lists are really like fun to look at, but I wanted to do something really Halloween. Like everything I have to do is Halloween. A picture on fear, angels, bats, blood, bone, candy, spiders, etc. But I may not do it in that order. It's going to be, you're supposed to do what feels good and have fun with it. So if I'm not in the mood to do, like, say, number 5 on day 5, I may do number 29 on day 5. But I'll get all my prompts in. So if you have your prompt list, it's hashtagged all over the place, all over the internet. Everybody's getting into this. So I'd love to see your hashtags. Remember, it's Inktober 2019. I haven't worked on Misty in a while, and I really do got to get this done. So I'm starting with some chestnut around the eyes, and I thought I would fill you in on what happened at the end of the story. Well, it was kind of funny. Although I don't know if my neighbor would find it very funny. So after the cops came to my house, there was two males and a female cop. And they told me to go in. They went outside on my property, on my side of the lawn, and they told me to go in the house. Well, all of a sudden, they come rushing through my house really quickly and said, like, they instructed us, we found somebody, stay in the house. Well, that started getting me freaked out because I was kind of hoping they were going to find a cat that had fallen asleep and decided to bunk in for a couple of nights. Telling me that there was actually a person out there and that they can hear him. And the one woman said he's right behind the fence. It's like, oh my God, that's where I was stepping. Who would be back there? So they kept asking me if my neighbor had a party. And because there were so many cars outside, and that's our usual. We have a lot of cars, they have a lot of cars. And that's what our properties usually look like. And so there was nobody partying, it was just normal household stuff. So they weren't allowed on my neighbor's property without waking him up. The poor guy got woken up in the middle of the night. I had hoped that they would just peep and that would be it. But no, Tanner had to get up. And we were peeping out the window, me and my daughter. My husband had gone to bed. The cops will handle this. And they couldn't find anyone. Now, they had just heard the guy, like, 2 minutes earlier, but in the time that they took to go around, they said one of two things. One, the guy got up, woke up, and realized that he was caught and hopped the fence, which nobody was back there to watch. Nobody saw one way or another. So that's a possibility. But the other possibility, which is what I find really funny, is that it could have been my neighbor snoring. And apparently they had opened their window. I don't know, because as soon as the cops left, I never heard the guy snore. Like, it wasn't, you know, the guy would have continued to snore if it was him, wouldn't he? And I never heard a peep, so I think the guy just took off and ran because we all heard it in different parts of the yard. And like the guy had gotten up and moved because the cops heard him in the way back. We heard him closer in the front, but my neighbor also heard him in the back towards their house. So it was either echoing off the wall and it really was the neighbor snoring, or it was somebody in the backyard, you know, I guess a homeless person or something decided that, you know, the house was a good place to sleep. Either way, it went. That's kind of funny if it was, woke the poor guy up if he was sleeping just for snoring. But it's 2 days later now, and I haven't heard a thing. Like, there's no more snoring on the side of the house, which I guess is a good thing. Makes me kind of believe that maybe it was somebody back there. I mean, you literally heard it right up against the wall. Like the cops said when they came in and said, oh, he's up against the wall. That was the most believable story because literally you could hear them right up next to the wall. So that's the end of the story. I gotta start really moving on this picture. December's gonna get here faster than we think. September went by so fast. So if you want to work on this picture along with me, you can get it in the link in my description from the Secret Coloring Club. And they have it available for you for free. So if you want to just color along, that would be fine. I don't think it's going to take me that long. I have to just be able to sit down and concentrate. I don't know what I'm going to do for the background yet. I haven't figured that out yet. But I will. I need my grays. Without a doubt. See my silver. Where's my gray? I had just been working with them. So, is anybody going to be doing Inktober? I'm kind of excited about it. I'm like getting prepared. There's people practicing. There's a lot of YouTube videos on it. Even though we're coloring community, it's kind of fun to step into the shoes of some of the other communities and see, I don't know, what other people are doing. It's nice not to be the expert and just learn along with everybody else. There's a lot of gray, so it's white going here. So the gray line is right there. See, this is like, once you get the sketch done, it's like follow the color. It's really not that hard. I mean, and once you get the first layer done, the first layer is the hardest. That's when you're trying to get everything where it goes. The bottom layer, you could be a little sloppier on the bottom layer. It's the top layer that gives you all those wonderful details. I think I picked out the perfect color. 50% cool gray. Let's see how long. Got another minute to hit 10. So it's good. I got all this done. Not bad. I mean, if I sat down for a weekend, I would really get this done. I don't think I'm going to be late. But you guys haven't seen it in a while. Let's see. It's under here. It's nice when you have your landmarks. A little bit darker than this down here, but it's okay. Can be used as mixed colors. Okay, I think I did enough for today. I know it's going slow. Where is that chestnut? Goes down a little further down here. That's really getting to look like her. My baby Misty. I miss that dog. She was a very good dog. They haven't really talked about getting another one, but I'm sure they will soon enough. And these are really light and long, so I'm gonna stop right there because I have to get out new pencils. And I will see you in my next vlog. If you like what you saw and you want to see more, hit that like and subscribe. Don't forget to ring that bell for all notifications. For another video just like this one, I recommend this. And I'll see you in my next video. Take care. Keep on coloring.